Hi there, seventh graders, and welcome back. My name is Miss Hodson, and I am your virtual teacher. Today, we're going to continue our learning with the same article and around our guiding questions. Number one, how is the adolescent brain changing? So specifically, with our article this week, we've been looking at curiosity and how being curious actually changes the adolescent brain, everybody's brain. So being a wondering person, I wonder why, or I wonder if. And so being curious is the focus of our changing adolescent brain today, this week. And also our second question, how can I make an informed decision about an issue like screen time and then effectively argue my position? So we're really looking at reading a lot on this topic, citing evidence, gaining information so that we can do something smart with it at the end of our study. Today, we're moving on into lesson 22. So you can go ahead and pause your video here and make sure you have the materials on the screen in front of you. You're going to need the article, also lesson 22 and the note catcher, which is only one page today, and a pencil. Go ahead and pause the video. I'll meet you back here in just a minute. All right, fantastic. Welcome back. Today, we have one learning target. It states, I can write a summary of a section of text and add relevant supporting details of the text. So you're going to write a summary and you're going to want to add some evidence that supports your summary. So basically, that's where we're headed on today's lesson. And I'm going to have you read only one section again today. So in lesson 20, we read aloud the whole article. It was a lot. Then in lesson 21, we only looked at one really deep piece. And today we're looking at a different piece. So just that section is what you're reading today. It actually begins on page 2 and goes over onto page 3 a little bit. And it's called Hungry for Knowledge. So same article, but it's the last of the sections. And as you read that today, I want you to think about what the message of that section is mostly about and how general curiosity can make life more interesting. If you actually are interested in life, what you're learning, where you're headed, all the people in your life. So curiosity can make a difference, and I want you to stay focused on that as you read that one section. Go ahead and pause the recording of the video here, read that section in 5 minutes or so, and then come on back and we'll get going on the actual lesson today. All right, a little shorter. It's not the whole article. It's just a close reading of a short segment that we're going to dig in deeply around today. So I'd like you to have a short conversation as you prepare to write. So you've done some thinking, you've reread the section that I'm going to have you write about today. And now, before you do that, I just want you to talk. You're getting all the tools of your brain going around our topic today. And so with a family member, a caregiver, or possibly a friend, I want you to talk about the following questions and focus on how mindset makes a difference in your learning. So question 1 for your talk is, what am I curious about? And does that make me more interested in learning? And secondly, how can I take responsibility for being more engaged in my own learning at school and beyond? Go ahead and pause the recording here, have that quick conversation, and then check back with me and we'll move on to our writing portion. Okay, fantastic. So, it makes me think, what was I curious about when I was in seventh grade? I actually remember a lot of my teachers from seventh grade. I had Mr. Strakowski for social studies. I know I had Miss Mitchell for English language arts. I know she had us write an essay about our pet peeves. And life was very different all that long while ago, for sure. But I do think that what I was more curious about, I learned better. And I never knew that there was really a correlation in that. And so when I'm curious about things like how to create or build something, or what more I could learn about a certain topic of history, I like history, so I'm always looking at that. I think that my curiosity kind of leads me, right? And so I stay more engaged and more focused. And I'm sure that's true for everyone. But there are a lot of times that I just have bad attitude and I'm not necessarily engaging in the way a responsible person would. And so that's a little bit on me. I want you to keep that in mind as we go today. And you're going to look for now lesson 22's note catcher. It's really short, actually. It only has 2 sections on it. And you're drawing your information from the section you read earlier, just now, hungry for knowledge. So you're going to write a summary of that section and then write in these supporting detail notes and supporting details from that section just a couple of things that are specifically addressed to support your summary. So what is that section about? And then write some supporting details. So you've read it, you've talked about it, and now you're going to write about it. Go ahead and pause this video for about 10 minutes. It might take you a couple extra minutes, no big deal. Just go ahead and pause, and when you've got your note catcher filled out, come on back and we'll pick it up from there. All right, welcome back. I found that this particular section of the reading was a little tough. They talk a lot about scientists and their names. Their names are really not normal names. Goldsmith I knew, but there were some names that got a little tricky for me. And I just kept thinking of the word he or she. I don't always need to know the name of the researcher, but sometimes when I get to my note taking, I might write it down. So this particular section was very heavy on people who had ideas about the brain and how it is actually hungry for knowledge, and how the brain's reward circuitry resulted as an outcome of the research that's been done. I thought that their example about a mystery book, or it's kind of like a itch that you need to scratch. Like, I thought that their metaphors were really strong. It helped me understand what they were trying to teach me. So with this, there was a simple summary and then some supporting details. So you would just say, for example, and you would bullet point or write a couple of sentences. So I hope that that went well for you. I'd like you to share it with someone and keep pressing around the idea of staying curious and wondering about things. I wonder how that works, or I wonder how I could do that differently. That happens to me a lot with regard to technology when I'm trying to figure something out about delivering a lesson virtually, or connecting with people, or how to post something that I want to do, or take a screenshot. I had to learn that. I didn't know how to take a screenshot before I was doing this work with you. So I have to stay curious myself, even at my age. I'm working on it. So talk it up, share that out with people at your house, and also don't forget to read for your own pleasure for another 20 minutes. And then lastly, really looking at your fluency, just practice reading your text with expression a couple of times at least 2 times. That's the way we become more fluent, is we practice the commas, the tone, the inflection, the speed at which we're reading. And you can see that I am always trying to put expression in the right place. So if you wouldn't mind practicing that a little bit, we'll take it a little step further tomorrow. And I look forward to seeing you again very soon. Make it a great day.